What was going through your head in the days and weeks following your injury? And what was the process of coming to terms with this injury early on through the ICU and the inpatient rehab?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot for anybody to have to process, you know. I mean, you were younger than I was when you went through it. I was certainly, I mean, I freshly turned 21. It was not something that I ever saw myself going through, you know. It was a lot of, it's a big change, and really kind of, you sort of have to like completely reimagine how you see yourself after an injury like that. And so, you know, in the beginning, it's easy to get kind of, you know, torn down and like kind of feel like, you know, you're a victim in this crazy world. But then, you know, for me at least, it helped to just kind of like slow down a little bit, look around me and see like all these other people that were there, you know, in inpatient rehab that were, you know, they were dealing with injuries that were, you know, some of them worse than what I was dealing with, you know, and I had a lot of support, friends and family that were always there for me and helping me through this process and that big transition. And, you know, there's people out there that they don't have that when they're going through such a traumatic event and such a big life change. So I think I was able to stay fairly grounded and kind of keep my head about me and sort of see the bigger, more important perspective there that like, you know, this could be a lot worse and that, you know, this is something that I'll be able to get through, you know, if I just kind of keep focusing on little bits of improvement day in, day out. And then, you know, I'll look up and I'll be in a much better place, you know, a year from now was kind of what I kept telling myself. And then just, you know, really approaching everything I was doing with intention on, you know, physical therapy and occupational therapy and all that, trying to just maximize the return I could get and the strength I was able to develop in those early days.
Yeah, what was the process to actually get your independence back in the through the physical therapy and both in inpatient rehab and kind of after you left the hospital? Was it just working out or specific fine motor exercises? What was the kind of process you took to be able to make yourself independent again?
I mean, I was just trying to like, I was trying to use my hands as much as I possibly could, you know, doing anything and everything I could to build up strength and like any bits of dexterity that I thought were there. You know, I just wanted to try to like improve it constantly. And then, I mean, same thing with on the physical therapy side was just like trying to keep learning, you know, getting better at transferring, you know, trying to work out. I had a new step um, that ended up I moved back in with my mom, you know, back home, and so we had a new step show up there, so I was able to have that, you know, kind of like in my room, so I could jump on that, um, and uh, and then it was several months after my injury when I started getting out and really trying to push my share as much as possible. So, um, you know, I did the outpatient rehab thing from time to time, but it was kind of tough just being back up in Oak Harbor, you know, being two hours with no traffic away from Seattle, and then, you know, if there's traffic on a, you know, on a doctor's appointment, it's like a 3 hour drive each way. So
Mhm.
I tried to just sort of take what I was learning and just sort of do it on my own up there. Um, and so yeah, that really kind of became my mentality up there too, was to just sort of be independent with it.